Chapter 14. The Lord foretells the future of his doctrine. There were among them a great many Greeks who were in the highest degree astonished at the doctrine, with one of them saying, "Indeed, this is a doctrine going to the heart of nature. There is nothing more positive, more deliberate for a man to be able to have thought this out, so that he himself, as lawgiver to millions who have to obey, could benefit the most from it. No, this doctrine contains laws conditioning human life from its foundations, and hence is well suited to maintain same under the best, purest, and most favourable conditions. It evinces no self-interest, and even less tyranny, but instead takes care of each individual as well as a limitless commonweal. Verily, under this doctrine, if acknowledged and officially adhered to, the earth itself would have to turn into a heaven. But, and that a big but, for this a new generation will be necessary. The incorrigible human rubbish of a nature shall have to be eradicated from earth. Otherwise nothing shall ever change. The sense of luxury and comfort has reached too high a level, and the mighty knows how to exploit impotent mankind. Wherefore only a small minority lives in abundance, whilst the vast majority has to subsist. And thus it comes that a poor devil doubts God's providence, whilst the rich and mighty forgets God for all his good fortune and well-being. And the result is that ultimately both are ending up in hell. Indeed, Lord and Master, your doctrine contains the purest divine truth, and I would venture to say, it is life itself. But unfortunately it is not going to be received by the haughty, sceptical world, because same has risen to a height of heathenism where it can maintain itself well. Compared to a Caesar Augustus or Lucullus, even an Adam with his highly praised Eden would be a poor devil. Everything can be achieved through Zeus, Apollo, Mercury, etc., and one can therefore thrive endlessly well in company of these imaginary gods. Why therefore truth, love, gentleness, patience, and wisdom? In this way the earth's great and mighty will philosophize about your doctrine, and will persecute your truly holy and altruistic doctrine the way the hungry wolves persecutes a lamb. How is one who achieves his easy living through enslaving fellow man going to adjust to your altruistic doctrine? Indeed, Lord and Master, and only true Saviour of poor suffering mankind, go and work wonders, preach everlasting slavery, and show languishing mankind that a Caesar alone has the inalienable right to live upon earth, and the rest of mankind only as far as it pleases Caesar. Witness boldly furthermore that Caesar alone has the indisputable right over life and death as he pleases, and to acquire all treasures and goods of the earth. And soon kingly apparel shall be draped over you, and you shall move about in great magnificence and majesty. But because your doctrine preaches public brotherhood, presenting every man as God's child, you, dear and to me truly divine Master, shall be persecuted beyond all measure. Say I, dear friend, what you have spoken is unfortunately true. It shall among the great and mighty heathens take a violent conflict before my doctrine makes an inroad among them. But once it does, none the less, penetrate, then those very Caesars and kings shall also be the most effective and zealous apostles. They themselves shall pull down the temples to idols and build houses for God in their place, where the brethren shall gather and give all honour to the one true God, and their children shall be schooled in the house of God, with the doctrine that I now give, for man's temporal and eternal blessing. But this shall not of course happen overnight, but at the right time and at the right circumstances. For the seed must first be cast, whereupon it sprouts and finally brings forth much fruit. But that this my doctrine shall simultaneously be attacked constantly by the actual world, which shall never die, I already knew an eternity in advance. Yes, this my most gentle doctrine will in time fan even the most bloodiest wars. But this can also not be avoided, because life came about from a mighty battle in God, is and stays therefore always a continuous battle, and can only be maintained by the suitable battle. Do you understand such? Says the Greek, Lord and Master, this is too profound for the likes of us. This you and your students may grasp indeed, but for myself it is too incomprehensible and unfathomable. Say I, indeed, I agree, yet it nevertheless shall remain eternally as I have now revealed it to you. All the other people too were astonished over such talk of mine, and several remarked among themselves, Our patriarch, the wise Greek, a native of Patmos, has spoken wisely indeed. But one could not help notice that a mere human was speaking. When this quite young man and master speaks, however, then it is not as if he, but God himself, spoke out of him, and every word out of his mouth penetrates the heart like a good old wine, cheering it up throughout. Many similar comments like that were made, notably when these folk were already more initiated into my doctrine.